released the FRK round tail in 2019. And then 2 years later, we released the FRK Plus, and now today we're releasing the FRK Swallow.
First impressions, brand new wave, brand new board, FRK Swallow. No better place to test it out, man. I was so stoked. The FRK was all rail, round turns, had the round tail. The FRK Plus had all the volume kind of up under the chest, and now the FRK Swallow kind of seems like a lot of the volume has come down towards the middle. The wide point kind of feels like it's there, so it's got the volume right underneath your feet and is the perfect board.
So this is the FRK Swallow. The swallowtail, when you're driving down the line and you set your rail and you're doing a bottom turn, you get so much drive off that tail. The 2 points are where water breaks, is also allowing that same release because you have less tail back here overall.
With the FRK Swallow, the outline is a little more full of an outline because the board is meant to be ridden a little shorter. You're going to want to be looking at roughly your same volume, and the board is an inch shorter than your FRK Plus, 2 inches shorter than your FRK round tail. The best point of differentiation for me has been being on a section in a wave, seeing another better section with a kind of a gooey spot that you have to skate through to get over to the other one. The Swallow carries the speed through that flat section into the steeper section again very, very well. And then it also still stays as a high performance shortboard through the maneuvers.
It's funny, I got the FRK Swallow the day before I went to Surf Ranch, and I tried it out in the worst waves imaginable. Normally it's like, oh, it takes a couple waves to get used to. And for how small the waves were, I could feel that this board had some magic to it. The very next day, I'm riding the same board in the absolutely best waves possible, and it felt exactly the same. It felt like it was under my feet, rail to rail. It felt like stuck to my feet. To crouch down into the barrel was like, oh my God, getting so deep. Oh, can we go back?
One of the things that's most memorable to me is when Sebastian Williams tried to rodeo and almost pulled it.
When I went for the rodeo flip, I did it because obviously the guys on the CT, they were coming out of that last barrel and they were getting an air in. A rodeo flip is kind of suitable for that section. Just wish I had landed it.
Each surfer is so different, so fun to watch. Each one of them hadn't had much time on the swallowtail until they got here last night. I saw Kevin on his third wave, on his third turn. That's when it clicked in for him. From that point on, to me, he was used to it. He started laying into his turns. Another thing I like to see, especially with those top guys, is when they're not even thinking about the board at all. It's completely under their feet and they're just thinking about their feet, their body. They know that the board's gonna go there with them. Same thing happened with Sebastian. Brand new to the wave pool, brand new board, being extremely creative on the lines he draws, dialing in his fins and everything. And then on his third or fourth wave, it clicked. He started hammering turns. I was in the water with one of his barrels and I started to go because I thought for sure he would fall. I couldn't see him anymore and I was looking right into the barrel. Taylor's a whole nother world because incredible surfer, big dude. He's riding a 6'4". He'd been riding longboards all last night and all today. And then he put this board together and surfed it today with as a thruster. Just seeing him do his thing, high performance surfing with just really clean lines and really smooth style.
Whenever I pick up one of Dan's shortboards, it just trips me out on how versatile he is and what like a well-rounded shaper he is and how he can make me longboards to compete on the world tour and surf like traditionally and then make something that can grovel on a shortboard in like a knee-high wave. It's pretty insane that scope that he has in his shaping abilities. The craziest part about being at the ranch and all being on the same boards in the same wave was seeing how different everybody's approach was and the different lines that the board could draw based on who was riding it and how they wanted to approach the wave. pretty trippy to like see Kevin busting fins free and Sebastian doing airs, Dan just flowing magically down the line effortlessly. I mean, every time you watch Dan, you don't realize that he's switch or not. It's like he's front side, front side, front side, front side, left, right, front side, going straight. He's probably still front side. Doesn't make any sense, but it's pretty cool to watch. And I think someone's got to figure out what's going on with him and where that ambidexterity comes from. And like, I don't know, someone's got to ask him, does he ever go backside?
What else? Funny hot topic. The front side all the time thing is, I don't know, sometimes I think it's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse. Kelly says, you're messed up, you know, you're missing half the fun. He said that a long time ago, maybe he's changed his mind, who knows. But I started out as a kid copying my friend on lefts and copying my dad on rights, and so I didn't even think about it, I just was surfing and clueless. And then around 14, my friends thought it was cool, I'm like, okay, cool. And at the time I didn't feel different surfing left or right. And then as I've gotten older, I feel a lot stronger doing turns on my right, going regular foot. And then I was like, well, let's see, you know, like a couple years ago, I was like, I'll try going backside on a couple, and it was just absolutely useless. So I stuck with it. And days like this is good because I'm forced to go left and try my hardest to do some decent looking turns. That's it. Okay, wrap.